I will get the music going as we start going down the line with Carmilla.
I think that would be the Goliath or half Jotun. If he has any information about Jotunheim, or if he's just been like, oh, you're just trash and being kicked out. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Half Jotuns, I will say, live in Mordia. Like it's not a strange race to see in Mordia itself. There are lots of them. But yeah, definitely lots more in Jotunheim. Basically just Goliath. What about guys? I mean, you'll find out lots more. I'm not giving you guys the answer.
I think Yodaman would probably mostly be interested in just runes in general, but also relating to it, he'd want to go speak to giants because, well, the option doesn't seem unrealistic given his father's relationship.
Yeah, fair enough. How about Mikhail?
I think, well, Mikkel is most interested currently in just crafting recipes and like how to work with different materials. Getting experience with them.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Actually, I just found a bunch of like recipes basically for making items using hunted creatures, and I think you're really gonna enjoy some of those.
Ooh.
How about Gorm? Are you? Gorm's muted and deafened. He might not be here. So, Ursula, what about you?
Probably that rock, finding out what's causing it and how to get rid of it. The infected rock. That and all the magic stuff he's been working on with Ingrid.
All right, cool. Jesus, Ulfil says one time she wants to smash a rock, and now it's like become the biggest part of the campaign. Yeah, where? I wonder where Svenja is. And Gorm, I don't know where he disappeared to, but hopefully they rejoin us soon. Would someone like to give us a recap so long, or I can give one tonight if you want?
I can do that.
Cool.
So, um, blinking on the name. uh,
The name of?
The graveyard?
no, I forgot what Gorm's name is. Anyway, Gorm made us a feast right before we left, and most of the session was combat, so there's not a whole lot to recap. But Gorm made us a feast. We left the next morning. There wasn't much to find on the battle site with the troglodytes, though we did find a giant owl and give him a fist, so that was cool. And we went to the graveyard and fought the Draugr, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think that brings us up to speed. Hello, Christo. I do want to figure out what's happened to Gorm before we actually jump into gameplay. So give him a second. But hello.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
while we're
Where's
waiting
my
for.
natural light up on anvil?
Oh, was there? Well, I didn't actually see that, but we've got. Ursula's just given us the recap, and our question for tonight is: what currently is your character the most curious about? What would that be for Svenja?
Well, I think appropriate to last session, she's curious about why that creature looked at her with such hatred and what it said to her in Draconic. So right now, top of mind for her.
Yeah, also for the recap, I guess I should mention there was a lot of the infection stuff around in the graveyard, and the big guy's weapon just crumbled into more of that stuff. Also, there were lots of life and death runes, which might be useful if we go back there. Okay, now I'm done.
Yeah. So also, last time I didn't have the things that you harvested from them, which I've added to your sheet, Ursula. You found some bone dust and some zombie juice. Not all that exciting, but you did also pick up quite a nice shield from that Draugr that you fought, and you guys are now where we rejoin you is where you have just been camping. You've cooked up some fish, and you've spent about 2 hours here. I know some of you are pretty tapped from the previous session, but I think you may still have some of those stamina potions left, or something, if you wanted to make this rest mean a bit more. But you have essentially gotten 2 hours, so that would count as 2 short rests if you really wanted it. However, you've eaten, you're all feeling well fed. Yormund, you've done some hunting, managed to catch a deer, as Ursula did some fishing and was not so lucky. But that is where we're rejoining you now as you're getting ready to continue your expedition. What would you guys like to do? Okay. Gorm's will be here now. You guys are sitting around the fire at the moment where Gorm's been cooking, but you haven't set up a full campsite here, just a little temporary one here by the bridge.
If I haven't already, I just started pretty much like butchering the deer.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Did we do that last time, or do you want to give me a survival check to harvest it?
Yeah. I don't think we did it last time.
Cool. Okay, very nice. So yeah, you managed to get those fresh ingredients, got some nice sides of meat, and you managed to get the good stuff with that 23. You get some good cuts of meat, and yeah, everyone's ready to go. You can rejoin the party at this point. The bridge is still looking kind of rickety, and you will need to roll a d6 as you go over it. I won't say that from you, Ursula, because you were only halfway across, but I will need a d6, Yormund, as you're making.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No, that's good.
Okay.
You're fine. You don't manage. You don't fall in. Though there are some creaking and cracking on your feet. And Mikil, as you're sitting around this fire, you know that bridge could probably use some repairs. But what are you guys going to do as you now get ready to go?
Okay, is just quickly going to check like people's equipment, make sure that it functions. Obviously, using out any dents if need be.
Sorry, making sure what function?
The weapons, like make sure they're not dull or anything like that.
Oh yeah, you can easily do that as you take your rest.
Sorry.
Right then. Off we go.
What sir?
Okay, so quick metagaming check. Did anybody do hit dice during the short rest?
No.
Okay. So
At least
the
I don't
little
think so.
song that Svenja sang before was a waste of time, but she enjoyed singing it.
I think Allfield probably did use it because she was quite badly hurt in that last fight.
Okay.
I've used it.
So Song of Rest means you add 1d6, I think. Wait, hang on.
There's your heart outside your body or something. What is that sound?
Oh, that's the dishwasher. It's not supposed to pick it up.
Oh. It's only when you're speaking, but we can hear this like. Doo, 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 doo. It sounds like there's the beating of a heart.
The very
Okay.
loud dishwasher.
It is someone who I'm
Inside the
interrogating.
bag.
He's resisting at the moment. Song of Rest. Distracted. Add a 1d6 to whatever hit dice rolls you roll. And I still have no spell slots. She's not going to do the
Yeah, so
stamina.
that's why I was. That's why I was trying to remind you of the stamina potions. Are you going to use one of those? I'm not sure who still has left.
I have one, but I'm not sure that this is the right time. It doesn't feel like it's an emergency, so won't use it right now.
Okay. I mean, I will just, as a DM, say this next section might be boring for you if you don't have any spell slots whatsoever. But you are going into the forests now, so it depends how much energy you want to put in before that. You have got a waypoint set up before you get to where Oldfield said the bear was, which it is the middle of winter. You know that bear is quite likely not out in the open, so there's probably somewhere to make camp before you get all the way there. But I think you guys said you wanted to check out the portal on the way, and you don't know what could be lying in those forests. You know, not all that dangerous. These are the forests that the Grung inhabit, so it's up to you.
Okay, well, she's used the potion and everything is back to normal. Or abnormal, right?
Cool. All right. Is anyone else using a potion to get spell slots back or anything, or are we ready to head out?
Yodaman is all good.
Good.
Same goes for Mikkel.
Cool. Then, as you guys have some lunch and put out the fire, Ursula, I would like you to please give me a medicine check just before you head off, as you are. Oh, are you the lookout? Oh no, you're the navigator, not the forager, right?
Yeah, I'm the navigator.
Okay, so that's fine. Your navigation check is still holding from last time. Is there any? Is there a forager in the group at the moment?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
What skill does Forger go off of? Ability.
I can't even remember. Right now, it would require medicine in this moment, but I think you were put down as crafter, though if you do want to change that, now would probably be a good time if you want to pick something else. But yeah, the crafter role was what everyone put you down.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Cool.
That's
Thank you for that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Ursula, you do sort of notice just in passing that Allfield is looking a little green around the gills after that fight, so she might not be doing all that much in the next little hike. However, you guys managed to pack up your camp and start moving out. As I would like everyone to give me a perception check, please, as we move on. And I assume you're going along the stretch as planned?
Yep.
Okay. And also, yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to do while you're traveling to make your way.
Question. Yeah, just because Shepard has keen hearing and smell, does he roll with advantage or just normal?
Yeah, he would roll with advantage, actually. You can do that, as you are the lookout, so you can use that advantage.
Okay, so this thing is saying conditional visibility, add new sense. Is that because of the nat 20 or just add normal, add perception?
Normal.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's an automatic system that if another creature has rolled a stealth check, then it will automatically contest them and against the perception check you just rolled.
Okay.
So yeah, don't worry. That doesn't mean anything right now, but it is. You guys have done quite well there between Camilla, Shepard. You can also roll for yourself. Oh, Yormund, you did with 19.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't see that. And yes, Fenya with a nat 20. As you guys are heading out, Mikhail and Ursula, you don't really pay much attention to it, but as you are going, you guys will come across another chimeric hare, a couple of them, in fact, that you will notice flying above you, a whole like flock of rabbits basically flying overhead in a sort of V formation as they seem to be following you through the forests, but just gliding up above from the wings that are coming out of their ears. It is quite a strange sight, but kind of adorable. And you see around with those high rolls, you also see that there are some deer and elk in these forests. That the snow is thick. I mean, you've got about 4 feet of snow that you're trudging through at the moment, but you can see many tracks of many like wild animals in this area. And as you are heading over, you are going to come across a river. This one does not have a bridge on it, so that may be something that you might need to take care of. But as you come across the first river, what would you guys like to do to try and get across it?
Well, how wide is it?
It is not quite as wide as the one with the bridge, but it is too wide for to just walk across. There are. It's probably not too big to build something to get over across, like an improvised sort of bridge, as that might be something for the crafter, but it is possible with some magic and things that you might be able to get across this. So exact distance, I don't have an exact answer for you, but it's like maybe 50 feet at its widest.
Well, we're not in a rush, so I think we could do with chopping down a tree or two and just using
Anyway,
that to
wait.
get over.
Yeah, makeshift bridge. All right.
And then we can have the crafters secure them so people don't fall in. Do your magic thing, Mr. Artificer.
Right. Yeah. I suppose it's time to craft a bridge.
Okay. So anyone that, if that's what you want to do and try and chop down a tree, you can give me a survival check, but you can make that with strength if you want. Anyone that is trying to help gather up some wood, and then
No,
yeah,
big
Mikil,
boy.
if you want to try and actually build a bridge here, you can make a check with relevant tools. I'm not sure if you've got like carpenter's tools or whatever your woodworking might be, but otherwise you can just use your blacksmithing tool.
Let's see if
I was going to suggest that Svenja cheers on anybody making a check, but the rolls have gone through. Mikkel, do you need help here with bardic inspiration and thingy?
probably.
Yeah, why not? So Svenja would be looking at the other two and then saying to Mikkel, okay, it's all on you. You can do this. And just be gently supportive and encouraging.
With these kinds of checks while you're traveling, I won't be a stickler for the rule about when you use that bardic inspiration. So if you want to throw that in, you absolutely can. It's just more in combat when it needs to be before you know the role.
Right.
We are
Okay.
not having a good time.
Yeah,
this
Those
Sorry.
that's clearly ironwoods. That's clearly ironwood.
Right. So to build a narrow bridge 50 feet long, we'll need 5 units of lumber, which is what exactly? I guess it's just 5 lumber. 5 trees.
Yeah, so lumber is just chopped wood. It becomes timber when you refine it. So you would just need to basically gather
Oh yeah, right. So
that much wood from a tree. So I guess then that's actually thank you for that, because then that means 10 feet of wood would equal a unit.
it's actually 20 according to the manual. So a 20 feet tall tree makes 1 unit of lumber.
Okay, well you are in quite a thick forest here, so the trees are tall as hell. There's some nice tall pine trees. However, they are massive. These trees, like you're like, oh yeah, that tree's well over 50 feet. I'm sure we could chop that thing down. But with a lot of you, just it is it is not coming down. That tree seems far too solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Svenja, you get the idea that maybe chopping down just one giant tree is not the best route, and you can go and find a smaller tree, a couple of smaller trees that you might be able to harvest easier. So you've located those, and you will manage to get, I'll say, 1 unit from that, Svenja, but you will need 4 more units if you're going to have enough for a bridge.
Oh my god, does anybody want to borrow an axe?
Like a proper axe.
Like a proper two-handed battle axe.
Battle
Yes,
axe.
I can. That would work very well.
Very good. Yeah, you can borrow mine.
Thank you. I was having trouble with the little piddly hand axe.
So don't
How is
actually
it that the bard has a double-handed axe and the fighter has not got one? What
I
is
have a
wrong?
warhammer and a halberd.
Right, so I don't have any carpenter tools on me. Could I use the smith tools instead?
Yeah, I
Alright.
think that makes sense. You use Smith's tools to make nails. Can use that to
Building
hammer
a
it in.
bridge.
There is a check for the crafter, but I mean it's basically going to use the same modifiers, so you can just.
Yeah.
Look, we don't have to build a permanent bridge. We just have to build something we can get across on.
Well, we'll have to cross it again at some point. Like,
To be fair, I was just kind of thinking two tall trees just kind of bolted together so we don't have to like tightrope it.
Mm-hmm.
could also just make a actual tree. Like if all checks go in the actual tree,
Okay,
actual
okay,
bridge.
we'll build an actual bridge.
Like
This
if
is
all,
where we needed a
It's the
druid with
fucking
wild shack, isn't it?
combat engineer.
look, if all checks go perfectly, it'll only take 20 hours of work.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, no, that's to build a proper bridge. We can say that all of you with or Yormund at least for using that axe, you can make that check again, basically giving you advantage.
Lovely.
And
Wait, no, ignore
who-
that one. Fuck's sake.
There
Well,
we go.
I mean, you can
I
make it
said
again
ignore
if
it.
you want, but that
No,
was
it's
pretty
just
good.
because I realized I hadn't rolled with strength.
That's fine.
Oh well, that's right. This time
Okay.
you don't use brute strength as Svenya's pointing it out. You actually use the wisdom of using the axe properly, and you will manage to gather another 2 units. So you've got 3. You're going to need how much was it? 1 or 2?
2 more. 2 more.
Mm.
Okay. Anyone else got any?
Yeah, what? Why not? Let's do another survival check and see how that comes out. Nah, not as good.
No, I'll say that's enough to get another 1. But then I'll ask Kamala and Ursula, is there anything you guys would want to do to try and get some wood, as your previous attempts have not been so successful? You could also borrow the axe to get another roll on it if you want.
The
Wait a
axe.
sec. I have woodcarver's tools. Can they be used?
I'll say you could use that to help Mikil and give him advantage on his check to build this thing.
Not to cut a tree down.
Come on, man. You never know. Maybe I have like a 5 foot like
Have a chainsaw
count.
in your wood carver's tools.
You never know.
Yeah,
You know,
cutting
Yeoman,
down a
that's a
tree
good idea.
by whittling it takes a long time.
I knew I should have brought a warforged. They've just been like, this looks like a job for chainsaw hand.
If you're a warforged, you can just walk across the. You can walk under the fucking.
Under the sea. It's gonna be my
under
next
the bed.
It's gonna be my next project, a chainsaw. But in any case,
So how cold is this river water? I'm assuming 50 feet is what? 10 meters. That's enough to get exposure.
It's
Yeah,
also
pretty
freezing
cold. The edges are sort of frozen over, and at this point you figure you might actually be able to use the ice to your advantage, but it is not thick enough to walk on at all. The last survival check from you there, Ursula, unfortunately the wood that you managed to get is completely wet and just crumbles as you break it off. Probably not going to be usable, but you do notice that ice in there that much like in the river before, the way you helped Yorman, that same technique might help you here.
Mm-hmm.
no, uh, let's see if. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Not again. Fuck.
What are you trying to do?
It's
Okay,
doing
so-
it again. I just want to throw a normal fucking survival check, but it's throwing 2 it.
Have you considered pressing the normal button?
No, I don't get the prompt. That's the issue.
Oh.
Yeah, something must be giving you advantage. Do you not? Is that not like a class feature?
No. Hang on.
But you should be able to roll. Or what are you trying to roll for? To harvest wood as well.
Yes, I want to see if I can actually help these people, or if I should stick with being the engineer.
Okay, well, with that first check, the 7 was your first roll, so yeah, don't worry if it rolls with advantage. We can always look at the roll if you just click on the formula.
So
But yeah, there is not enough usable wood around here to craft the full bridge, but you have got enough to make a decent go of it. You may need some help with actually bridging the river here, as you don't quite have enough wood, but you will be able to make that check with advantage because of Carmilla helping you out. And if someone else would like to help narrow this river a bit more, you might be able to do it without it being a higher DC, because currently that's what it is without the wood. Because that actually what you've got is for making a full bridge, not just an improvised thing. You've got quite a bit of wood.
I ought to be able to narrow it 10 feet at least with my save water.
That'll be just enough, as you'll have a nice solid base to put your bridge down on now. It won't have to completely rest on the edge of that fragile ice. So you can make a check with your blacksmithing tools to try and craft something.
And definitely add a bardic inspiration to that.
right.
Because we're rolling really shit tonight so far.
Right, well, let's see if first roll is a good one. So 1d20 plus intelligence modifier plus combat tools proficiency. That's 4 plus.
Who did you give the bardic inspiration to before? Because I didn't see anyone.
No, I didn't. We were still talking about it, and then we just went ahead and rolled checks anyway.
Sorry, my
And
bad.
then I had advantage on it because of coming up.
Yeah.
And that's oh, God damn it.
And slash R.
All right.
Hey. Okay.
Oh,
Off to a great start.
Yeah, you got plenty of wood. This bridge will actually probably last quite a while, at least until the ice melts. But you create a perfectly good bridge. I'm going to need one more check from everyone, just a dex saving throw, but you can all make it with advantage to try and get this across this bridge. And yeah, you will still have a bardic inspiration unless you are using it on the nat 20. But the DC is not that high because you have made a really good bridge. Okay, everyone's getting across. So
Got a 9.
uh-oh.
okay, you are all doing perfectly well. However, Ursula, you slip and you nearly come falling off the bridge. But Carmilla, with that 25, you catch her just in time and just manage to right her on this little bridge, as everyone eventually manages to make it across safely. But yeah, that 25 saved you there, Ursula. Okay, and with that, you guys have made it across to the other bridge. Across this first little river, and you start making your way further into the forest. As yeah, I will move you on to the first of these maps. As you eventually you just go through a little bit more forest, going through quite thick snow, and eventually coming to another smaller river. But here, as you get closer, you will notice that there are two figures standing on rocks in the middle of the river. This river is much smaller and easier to cross, but you can see that there are two grung standing on it, and it looks like they are looking into the water, like they are maybe trying to do some fishing. And you see them as you are approaching, and you should be able to see them on the map when it loads. What would you guys like to do?
Evening. Evening, people. What do you look for? in this water. Hmm.
Sorry, some things are not showing up for me. Can you guys see?
Yeah, I can see. There's a lot of ambient noise, though.
Yeah. You can turn it off, the ambient noise. It is.
What ambient noise?
Well,
Yeah, I tried to turn it down, but you might, if you look at the little bell icon in the, like above the chat, there's, you should have a volume control there.
Okay, that's better.
yeah, we can see two grung, pile of, I think, the flying rabbits and a moose.
Okay, so you can see the elk. That's weird. It's not showing up for me.
Yeah, we can see it.
It's just invisible on my map. I can see it as a name for it for some reason. But anyway, yeah. As you greet these grung, the red one is going to turn and look at you, Camilla, and then look at all of you, and he seems to recognize you as he says in sort of almost broken English. He says, hello. Nice to see you. You are once who saved Treehouse, yes?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome, welcome. We are just trying to catch some fish. Not having too much luck, unfortunate, but please feel free to cross the river. We are not meaning to stop you.
Oh well. Let's try.
Yeah, you with your skills, you are able to do this fairly easily. You can see it will require some finesse to get across here, but as you get about halfway across, he will say, "If you would not mind helping us, it would be greatly appreciated. We've been here all day and the water is a bit cold, you know."
I suppose it must be harsh for cold-blooded creatures in the winter.
Yeah, you know, usually we can just swim and catch these things. We are amphibious, of course, but when it is weather like this, we get frozen and we wash downstream. It's no fun. End up in at the fucking Bullywug Island. They torture us. It's a whole deal. So maybe if any of you have got fishing equipment, you won't have to end up like him, and you will see the yellow grung that is like sort of standing by the waterfall. He's like watching, and he keeps just like trying to stab into the water with his tongue. He's like trying to catch fish just by grabbing them with his tongue, and every time he's like pulling back like it hurt him. It doesn't look like he's realized this is not the best way to do this, but the red one is just shrugging like, yeah, he's an idiot.
Well, not in a rush, and I will try to find steady footing on these rocks. And I'm going to try to fish with the halberd like I did at the other river.
Don't have any fishing equipment, but I might be able to help you by doing this, as I freeze some water to help me walk across the river.
Okay, yeah. So as you do that, Ursula, you'll create a little sort of bridge there as right where you're walking, but you will also create a bit of a dam as you do that, and it will sort of narrow where the fish are able to actually move. But as you're walking across, you can kind of see there are more of those salmon that you saw before that seem to be trying to swim upriver. You can see them sort of jumping out the water a bit in the waterfall, but here they are not able to pass through anymore. So on the left hand side is the only passage that they've got. and that will give Yormund, that'll give you advantage on a check to try and catch them, but anyone will be able to use that bridge now to get across the first half without any trouble.
What check should I
Alright.
make? Just attack
Yeah, so you can make an attack if you're using your halberd.
with advantage.
Yeah, because they are now sort of funneled into a much smaller space, and you can see this grung has got a net in on the one side. As you describe
Great.
what it looks like as you perfectly spear 3 fish in one strike.
Just almost as if entirely irrelevant to his character. He just starts doing what you'd think is a monk pose and just super slow movement, slow breathing, steady motion. He raises his halberd like a javelin pointing at the ground, and with a quick motion, throws it. And despite throwing his halberd in a rushing stream, it pins against the bottom of the riverbed, and pulling it up, there are 3 fish.
Good lord, how did you? Hey, you should come and hang out more often. Nice catch. If you could get us 2 more, we would be greatly appreciated.
Of course. Just hand off the 3 to him, and just another attack roll or 2.
All right, yeah. So I will give everyone else a chance to also try and get involved here if you want. As Mikkel and Svenja, are you guys going to do anything?
Yeah, hell. Svenja is going to try and stab at the fish as well. It's a 16 hit.
Oh, okay, nice. With the spear, you would also have advantage because of the damming and the nets and things.
Let's see if she does better. Second roll was a 25.
Okay, yeah, very nice. So you managed to pierce one out of the air just as it jumps through that waterfall where you're standing. You catch it mid-air like a bear, and just would you like to describe what it looks like as you manage to catch?
Well, I like the bear image. So she's just to piss off Nicole. So she's kind of just Yormund. Sorry, Yormund. Just poking with the spear, sort of slightly unfocused and wildly in the air, and then do this little bear rah, roar thing as she pokes off randomly to her right, sort of out of the corner of her eye as she sees a flash of silver, and to her surprise, manages to spear the fish. So she's like hunching forward and pretending to have this growly bear face in honor of Ulfric.
Is that like you totally weren't expecting to actually catch one, but you perfectly speared a fish there, and so one more, and these grung will be satisfied. You're obviously welcome to catch more for yourselves if you want, but Mikil, are you going to get involved there?
No, I'm just gonna stand. Oh, try and cross the bridge.
And Kamala and Ursula there in the middle. You go.
I think I've about done what I could.
I'm having the idea. Taking an arrow, binding a rope to it, and then firing it into the water, hoping to hit a fish.
Yeah, go for it. Also, again with advantage, because they are sort of narrowed in. Why does it automatically give you disadvantage? Are you not proficient with longbow?
I'm pretty sure it's because there's people near me.
Oh yeah.
No, it's still. I have no
You
clue.
might be able to. It doesn't matter. We'll. If you click it, it might ask you again. You can roll another one if you want because you've got advantage, but a 19 is definitely enough to hook. Oh yeah, 22. You absolutely can hook it and reel it in as well as you catch one on the end of the rope with one of your barbed arrows, and this is a technique you've definitely practiced out hunting with your mother. As yeah, what does it look like as you reel this one in and give it to the grung? I assume.
Yeah, I'm just like they're like, yeah, that should do fine. Just after wheeling it in, like,
Well, thank you all so much. Are you sure you don't want anything in return? We could help you maybe, and if you are going further into the forest.
I mean, we could just keep a favor in mind.
Oh, definitely. We will tell the druids what you have done for us today. You are definitely good friends of our people. I would warn you, though, if you are heading up north, be careful. There are cats around, big cats. They can get a little mean, you know?
Let's see. Oh, thank you. And
So what
let's
sort of
see,
cats? Can we get a description? Is it like, because I'm not expecting cats in a forest, snow leopard, I guess, or something like that.
Yes, there are. I don't know word for it in common, but there's a snow cat, and there are big ones. The crag cat. I think they live in up at the port. It is, good hunting grounds for them. But sometimes they think that they can hunt even us.
Yeah, I
You,
can't.
you will know it when you see it. This big, fluffy, white thing. The problem is, by the time you see it, it has definitely seen you.
I think we should be able to hold our own. We just need to keep an eye out.
Yeah, you all look very tough. I don't doubt your ability. Just thought I should warn you. This is big danger of nearby forest.
Well, I think that's our business here done, so see you another time.
Yeah, good luck. Thanks again.
And just with a
Okay.
I'm walking
So
off.
I just want to check something. So grung are essentially poisonous to the touch, right?
They do excrete a poison from their skin. Yeah, they're like tree frogs.
Okay. Would it be considered rude if Svenja asks him to spit at the tip of a spear?
No, not at all. Bit strange, but I can do. We do this to the arrows as well. I get
Yes.
it. Yeah, he can absolutely do that, and we'll say you can add an extra d6 poison damage on your next attack roll with your spear.
Excellent. And she's looking at everybody else, is looking, what, you use poison? Like what?
Yeah, I just feel iffy about the idea of poisoning something I'm probably going to eat. I'm sure it's probably fine, but I just don't like the idea.
Well, it depends on who we meet next, I guess.
Yeah, chances are I feel like it's going to be food. Actually, at this rate, maybe not.
Okay,
Oh.
so getting across this river, it is it is rather a slippery thing. You are walking across a small ice bridge and some slippery ass rocks. So I will ask everyone to give me one more deck save as you make your way across. And Yormund, how are you getting Shepherd across? As I mean, he is a winter wolf. He's probably pretty dexterous himself, but I just see him standing at the edge of the river there, and it looks very sad.
And he'd just be walking across the ice patch, and I feel like he would be able to find his footing across the rocks. These are densely cluttered.
Just gotta keep
Well-
freezing each bit as I go across it.
Okay, yeah, you
Oh
Ursula, as you are definitely able to do that. You do slip on the ice yourself. Um, it is still something to to walk along ice. As yeah, Yormund, you happily springing across these things, but
I'll fix it.
Svenja and Camilla, you both end up with wet feet by the time you get to the end. Um, yeah, Ursula, you slip and fall. It's kind of embarrassing more than anything. You don't take any damage or anything, but you guys have got wet boots, and you are going to the three of you will have disadvantage on your next morale save, um, as you are now hiking through winter snow with wet shoes. Basically, that's
Yeah,
never fun.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
just heating up. Yeah, so we have heated boots, slightly steamy heated boots right now, possibly, but
so yeah, they may start to smell a little bit, but Prestidigitate can take care of that as well. As are you going to do that for all three?
oh yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. Yeah,
There's
then you guys will
no
not have
juice
that.
to the room without Svenja casts prestidigitation on her underwear in the morning before she puts it on either. Just all rumors, not true.
You guys have absolutely now got some actually warm feet. This is kind of the opposite effect now, which cancels it out. And and Mikil, you also parkouring your way across here. Um, ironically, not the one wearing the parkour armor, but as you guys make your way across, Yorman and Mikil totally dry. The others have to dry up a bit on the other side, but you all make it across and start making your way deeper into the forest. I assume no one's going to try and interact with that elk before it gets spooked and runs.
I would like to try to calmly approach it.
I have a better one.
God, here we go again.
I'm staying out of the way.
There is no other way. There's no other way. It is Camilla's way, or the highway, whatever highway is.
Well, I'll give Yormund an animal handling check, but Camilla, what are you doing?
Easy, easy. I'm
If you agitate, I'm going to hit you with a halberd. I'm giving you that warning right now.
You can hit yourself with a halberd. Because I'm just gonna look at it and say, "See me now. I'm your friend. I'm not gonna hurt you. You can trust me." And I use animal friendship.
Weird flex, but okay.
Okay, yeah. So, you managed to convince it that you mean it no harm, and it seems to just look at you with these sort of blank eyes as they begin to shimmer and glow slightly with the magic. But yeah, it doesn't. It just sort of stands there and stares at you.
Perfect. Perfect. My plan is working just as I want. Carefully approaching it. Carefully not to spook it. And to ensure that it comes across, I use another feature. Speak with animals. And then it says, can I ride you?
You just see it sort of blink and I guess.
Yes, I got my elk. Yes.
Now watch it die within a fucking minute.
So how long does that charm last? Yeah,
That
24 hours.
10 minutes.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, 24 hours. I was looking at speak with animals.
That's the charm.
Yeah, is the charm, does that last 24 hours? Is that
That is correct.
okay? Nice. So this creature seems like it is happy to have you up there, and just will turn under your charm and begin walking forward slowly with you on its back. Just
Oh,
you
I
are
don't
riding
know. Shit.
riding it.
I will name it Sven.
Alright. This needs to be a democratic vote. Do you guys want to see something funny happen? Carmilla and I don't get a voice in this.
Something funny. I'm always up for something funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Ursula?
Why not?
Sorry, Carmilla, the house has voted. Yep, as we start taking off, I'm sort of just going to walk, catch up with the elk, and in an attempt to just kind of break the charm and get it spooked and run off, I'm just going to slap its hind leg.
Okay. As you do this, give me one more animal handling check and a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep. Oh, I'm going to get...
Do the animal handling first, because if that's bad, you may have...
I got an 18 for animal handling and a 6 for my saving throw.
Okay, what gives you advantage on animal hand?
My frost rune.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, so you manage to approach it perfectly fine. As you slap it on the back of the leg, it instinctively kicks backwards, and you get an elk just kick straight to the chest as you are knocked 10 feet backwards and prone, and you are going to have a -2 to your AC as your armor is caved in on your chest, and the wind is knocked out of you completely, as you also take 2 points of damage. Only 2, but yeah, -2 to your AC as well.
Yep. It's a good thing I kept that chain shirt around. It counts.
I can repair the armor.
Yeah. Well, karma. There we go.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but the elk does pick up pace as well, as it sort of uses you as to kick off of, and it then starts running, and yeah, Carmilla picks up speed a little bit quicker than you're expecting as well. You don't have any mounted feats, do you? Because then I'll need an acrobatics or an athletics check from you just to hang on, but it does just start bolting into the forest, and you guys continue moving.
No.
Oh no.
All the deer have disappeared from like I can't see elk for some reason.
They have reached the speed that you thought unreachable.
It's right here.
Camilla, as you turn around to see what the hell just slapped the elk on the back, as you turn around again, you see a branch in front of your face, and it clotheslines you, completely knocking the wind out of you as well. You only take 1 point of damage, but you fall flat on your back into the snow, which thankfully softens your fall as the elk continues running, thinking that you are still on its back, and it continues running off into the forest.
Halfway in between, like, sucking up getting mule kicked by an elk, but also laughing. Newman just gets up, like, stumbles over to Carmilla, just like, I'm sorry, but I couldn't pass it up. I will make it up to you another time.
You can still see it in the distance, like it's still under your charm. It's just continuing on, and as you are going, you see you're walking sort of through the tree line. It clears the tree line a little bit into a clearing, and then slows down as it realizes that it hasn't like heard from you in a while. But as you guys are catching up, you realize you're getting quite close to the portal now, and I would like everyone to give me a perception check as you are getting close.
Question again about just Shepard. Does he roll with
My
advantage?
God. Why
Just
is
normal.
Yes, Shepard would definitely roll with advantage. You can assume that he always does. I'll bear in mind if it's coming from Shepard, it's his smell and hearing. He's going to be your first alarm
Good shit.
most of the time.
I'm gonna try reloading Foundry. It's getting annoying.
I think
Yeah,
15 is
Shepard
the
got
highest
15.
I've rolled in this session.
Let's see.
Yeah, geez, it has not. The rolls have not been great. However, yeah, that's pretty even. 15s, but all along the line. Camilla, however, as you obviously go to try and catch up with your new elk buddy, you reach the tree line first, and you can see it clearly, like just kind of annoyed that it is getting away, and then you hear Shepard starting to growl behind you and just start barking like madly. And Camilla, you see it first as the elk turns to see you and seems happy to see you. Just from out of nowhere, you see this blur of fur and claws that just come and basically tear this thing's throat out as two massive lion-like creatures just tackle this elk to the ground, and you start hearing it screaming. It is technically alive, but you see these creatures. Are you going to do anything as these lions attack it? These crag cats?
Engage! Time to kill
Okay.
them.
Then we are going to switch over. Oh shit! Look at the time. Well, we'll get into it.
Right.
So on this map, your elk will be represented by a rabbit because I'll fix that in a second. But that
You
is
just
where your
want-
elk is, at the top, sort of right-hand side of the map, and I will put your tokens down once we are on there, and then everyone can position themselves before we roll for initiative.
You just want to make Carmilla live through a bunny being eaten again.
When you said watch this thing die in a minute, I was like, you are walking into like a pack of lions. This would be the opportunity.
Uh, to be fair, speak with animals. When you cast that, does it apply to a specific animal? Or can you just permanently speak to any animal for 10 minutes?
Any animal, including your German.
Well, Yordman also speaks common, so that's redundant.
Can you guys see the map?
I can see the
The
map,
map.
but there's no tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't put you guys down yet. It's just the map is not rendering for me for some reason. I may need to reload before we roll. Just irritating.
No worries.
Yeah, I don't know if I hopefully put you
There we
on the
go.
map.
Oh, there we go.
You should be down sort of in the tree line, so you can move yourselves over there. But can you see the creatures?
I see one.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Only the one.
There's a wall.
No, there's two. Oh, there's three.
Okay. Yeah,
There's
so
a wall
you
there
will.
I can see over.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's two at the top attacking the elk. One of them might be blocked as one of these crag cats is standing on a rock, but there are a couple of smaller ones as well, dotted around the place, and they are quite well hidden in the snow. I just want to try and put down that elk, and then I will give a quick refresh, and then we can.
You want us to roll initiative after you put down the elk?
Or actually, I might be able to. Let me see if I can open up the initiative. Then you might be able to roll.
Yeah, it is open, I think.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, you can start rolling for initiative. So long, I will just give it a refresh.
Yeah, so I'm honestly thinking I'm just going to become giant and try to scare away the cats.
It's probably not a bad move, but you can do that on your turn.
Oh, I just meant that to say, like, that means I'm gonna have to rush out, and I don't want to be on my own surrounded by, like, 5 cats, even if I am large. So, guys, please, don't leave me.
Someone
I'll
runs
help
out
try
there,
and
shouts
scare
at the
them
cats,
away.
and then none of them react. Like, oh shit. Sorry, Ursula, what were you saying?
I'll help him scare them away.
It should be fine, like, actually scaring them away. I can pretty solidly get advantage on that. It's just that I don't want them to all turn on me. And I'm getting ripped apart by 7 fucking cats on my own.
Well, you'll go to Valhalla for dying bravely.
Against fucking cats, dude. I'm not dying for an elk.
Well, just whenever you pass Odin's wolf, don't look him in the eyes because he will just snigger at you for being killed by cats.
Well, doesn't Freya have a giant cat? Isn't that like
Yes.
Yep, she does. So you want to go to the Gold Valhalla rather. It's legit, yeah? Those fields.
Vanaheim.
It's like that cat's like exactly like Fenrir, but instead of a dog, it's genuinely just a house cat that big.
Oh yeah, Freya's got like a chariot pulled by giant cats. I think that's the
That is so fucking cool.
yeah. And these cats are, you would know in world, are like respected as those, or sort of revered as those kinds of animals that Freya must have used.
They just look like
So
domestic cats.
they literally are. That's where domestic cats come from. That's like who domesticated cats. Vikings would put there's a no, seriously, on the front of a longship there's a special compartment for a cat to sit in, because they would take cats out to sea and they would kill all the rats that would end up on the ship, and that's how like Norwegian forest cats and things. Like there's certain breeds that spread across the world because they were on Viking ships, just like how Vikings spread across the world.
I love cats.
Yeah.
Guy
is
with
good.
a cat fucking profile picture.
Yeah, problem.
Damn it! I've been signed out of Foundry again, and my laptop's being really slow. So I'm worried we are not going to have time for like full combat here. But I think we may, we may need to come back again next week to complete the combat.
Yeah.
But have you guys all rolled initiative? Can you see your initiatives?
I can't.
I can only see myself in two.
Yeah, I don't see Svenja. There she is.
There we go.
Ah.
I've just rolled. There
Oh
we go.
no, I see everyone.
Yeah,
Well, everyone except Elfield and Gorm.
the ones who are absent.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Gorm, but
Funny he had an emergency.
yeah, I'm sure he will let us know later. But hopefully everything's all right. Yeah, so long as you can see yourselves, then while I'm trying to get back in, we'll start this off because you might just scare them off. Who is? Well, first of all, Carmilla, you're the one initiating this fight, so you'll basically get a surprise round, and then we'll go into the initiative. So first of all, Carmilla, as you see these creatures mauling your new elk friend, what are you going to do?
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Move close enough so I can have a good shot at it. Yes. Let's be nice to it. And apply a hunter's mark on it before we shoot it with a bow.
Okay, yeah, you can make your rolls. I will just need you to call them out.
Yep, if it will allow me to use the bow. Why don't it allow me to use the bow? Screw it. I'm gonna use that instead. $16 to hit.
Yeah, I think that is enough. You can roll your damage. Also, just you should be able to target in Foundry.
Yeah. I used what's called. I had to use D&D Beyond because
D&D Beyond,
it refused to
No.
give it. So that's.
Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because you don't have arrows.
No, I have arrows because that actually was put into what's called.
I've had problems with the ammo before, but it doesn't matter. Just you can roll your damage and with your hunter's mark.
In total, that is. Oh, yeah, and since it is the first strike, we get a nice little extra damage. Ooh. Let's see here. It takes. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. 13 piercing damage and 4 psychic damage. The lion.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, that arrow hits it like right behind the shoulder, not quite deep enough to go into its heart, but you see that it falls off the elk completely onto the ground, as that you've badly hurt it with that shot. And with that, we'll go into initiative. I assume you've only got one attack, level 3, with the ranged. So, who is first up on the initiative?
Me.
Okay, Ursula, what would you like to do?
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to triple the volume of my voice and try to scare them off.
Yeah, very cool. You can make an intimidation check with advantage because of your thaumaturgy.
So flee if you value your lives.
Sorry, say again.
I'll just shout flee if you value your lives.
Okay, yeah. Oh, is that what that is? I was like, fuck, what's that new red bar? I forgot I changed the look. So, did you roll intimidation there? I didn't see.
Yeah, got a 20.
Oh, God, I don't know why that's not showing up. But with a 20, okay, that is a start. And Kamala, you did how much damage again? 50?
Yeah.
17.
Wait, what?
No, wait. Yes, 17.
Yeah, because of Hunter's Mark. Cool. All right, so yeah, with that intimidation, I will say you've basically got one successful check against intimidating them, and that will take us on to Svenja then, as you start shouting and this booming voice comes echoing following the arrow from the tree line as you come running out, this tiefling shouting with the voice of thunder. We go to Svenja. Unless you had a bonus, but just trying to move things along.
Yeah. So she will, in the spirit of roaring, just kind of also shout, but use prestidigitation to make like 10 feet in front of her. Unfortunately, the range is not that big. This shower of sparks, hopefully with this crackling, popping noises and shouting and all the rest of it. So that this looks like this fearsomely big, sparkly creature coming out of the woods.
Okay, yeah, you can also make an intimidation.
Okay, skills intimidation is strangely not one of her strong ones, but let's see what happens. 12.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's sort of middle of the line there. Oh, sorry, everything's a little bit laggy. So where are you moving to as you're doing this? As this like eruption of sounds like fireworks and things just backing up the booming voice coming from Ursula as you are adding to it, but unfortunately you are drawing attention now as well from all of these cats as you sort of run out and see a few heads turning to look towards.
So she'll run up to about there. I think that's my movement, 30 feet, and turn end.
Okay, Mikhail.
Right. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I stick to the classics. Gonna walk me to here. How far away is that? That's within range. I'm gonna take that little cunt and just throw a fireball at him.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Trying to burn the snowcat as you see. Oh, what a
Oh,
yeah, you see that one. You set this thing's tail on fire and it immediately starts like running around in circles trying to dive into the snow. It is not happy to be set on fire.
Good. As it should be.
Okay, Yormund.
Oh, let's see. First of all, yeah, that goes. All right, I will use my bonus action to. Sorry, that one's weirdly. Is my bonus action to grow big, become a big boy. If I take an action to dash, would I still be able to try and intimidate things? The cats?
Yeah, they were using their actions for spells to sort of up that, but an intimidation isn't an action.
Yep. So just sort of growing to size large and barging across over. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make that an intimidation. Oop.
Sorry, you can move back to where you were. I won't. Might say you've used your movement. It's because I was updating the site.
I think I was about to hear. Yep. So just a intimidation check, right?
Yep. And
And
I'll say you've got advantage on this as well because you
to be fair,
all giant and everyone else as well.
also my frost rune gives me advantage on this anyways.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Really?
So yeah, you come running and screaming out there, like followed by the sound of Ursula's voice. But these creatures, like they turn around, and you see them start hissing at you and just getting low, like they're going to attack you. The two that are attacking the elk do seem to pay more attention to you guys now, but I think that is going to take us onto the first of the snowcats.
My turn isn't done. I still have Shepherd.
All right. Yeah, Shepherd at this point, seeing giant cats, I'm sure he's losing his mind. What would he
Oh
do?
yeah. Shepherd, similar to, well, like pet like owner, has insatiable pride, and so is going to go for an even reach. Yes, he can. He's going to go for the biggest cat, bite his fucking ankles.
Okay, yeah, he gets right up to the one that took the arrow, and that one's looking hurt.
All right, and it wouldn't count as flanking.
Not with you, because you slapped the elk. No, we'll say that elk is technically an ally right now. We'll give you flanking, as
Oh,
that
cool.
charm has not worn off from Kamalith.
Okay. My rolls are so terrible.
Jeez, everyone's tonight. The Foundry's like, it's running a bit smoother, to be honest, but the dice gods are still going for us. So
Either
yeah, that is
Foundry.
yeah. Sorry, he fails that check as it takes the hit from the arrow, and then Shepard just pulls it down to the ground, starts tearing at that leg, and is basically like ripping through the tendons. That leg, it ain't running anymore. That lion is, or that crag cat is down near death. Is that going to be
Finally, yes.
okay? Then that is going to take us to the snowcats as this one that got set on fire is going to. These ones are going to swarm towards you. The big ass target that just came running and screaming out. And this one. Okay, this one's going for Mikil, who was setting things on fire. Okay, you can actually get between both of you, so he's just running in your general direction as this one's coming towards the. And I think that's all of them. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to roll some attacks here, and as we're sort of wrapping up the session, but hopefully we'll finish it.
So we need to talk. I would like to develop some sort of feat where if someone is charging at Svenja, she can just sort of take a position and like a pikeman, put the spear in the ground so that they run into it.
That is called Polearm Master, and you can absolutely train that. You can either get it as a feat, or you can train that back at camp as an extra feat. Absolutely.
I shall do that.
That is also.
Because that gives you a reaction to be able to do that when someone comes into your range. Oh
shit!
Fuck. Oh, that's not good. Why do I have some bullshit feat that gives it like triple damage on critical hits?
no! This I'm not running that one. It's really.
Two sides of the coin.
Okay, well, this one's actually kind of scared of Ursula, so it's going to go for Camilla.
DM?
Yeah, sorry, I was
Sorry.
just rolling. So the one that goes for Camilla misses. The one that goes for Svenja actually hits. As it is going for the one with all the sparkly stuff. You do have a reaction there. I'm not sure what it is. It seems to be prompting. Oh, okay. Cutting words. So you can roll that die. Sorry, you are muted.
Svenja.
Crap. Sorry. Where is features? Where is cutting words?
You can just roll your normal bardic inspiration die, and then we'll lower it.
Okay, so it subtracts 4 from the attack.
So that turns the 16 into a 12, which I think is a miss.
Yep.
Very nice. Yep. Okay, so in that case, yeah, it's just the one that gets Yorman, and because you are quite a big target, it sort of starts slashing it. You only take 7 points of damage there. This one, the line that's being attacked by Shepherd is going to go for Shepherd. Hopefully before my power goes.
To be fair, it is still knocked prone.
It can use half its movement to get up, but it's going to miss anyway, as Shepherd has got it by the back leg and it's trying to turn around. These ones, yeah. Okay, so holy shit, I forgot that. Some cool ability. The other one is going to basically take the elk, bite down into it, which is probably going to.
Yes, it misses.
No, it hits. It says right there.
Yeah, that was a hit, and it did double the amount of its max hit points, so it instantly kills it and is going to start dragging it up into the forest with its full movement, and that one is going to almost get away, as that one is basically going off of the map. This other one is also going to follow after it, as those ones are running while its buddy is getting eaten. Carmilla, it is your turn, though. That one is still on the ground and alive.
Simple. Simple. First thing, move the hunter's mark to the creature with the elk. And then I'm just using my dash action. I can get, let's see, I can get just up to it. But that's all I can do.
Okay, yeah, you managed to get. I mean, you're on the elk there. You kind of grab a hold of it as we end tonight's session with you chasing this crag cat that is trying to draw its prey out, and you just chase after it like the predator you are as well, fangs bared, and not letting this thing get away as you mark it. There is the one on top of the rock that is sort of fighting for its life, but is probably not going to make it out of here. But we will rejoin you guys next week, as these snow cats are currently the bigger issue for you, as they are attacking you, and the crag cats seem to be trying to get away to the portal. And yeah, thank you guys very much for the session, but we'll pick things up mid-combat next time.
Thank you.
Oh, DM, quickly. Did you see my message?
No?
Just on Discord, I won't be here for the 17th up until, I think, the 23rd.
Okay, that's the week after next, right?
Yes.
Because today's the 7th, yeah. So, okay, that's cool. Is it anyone else going away over the holidays? Or?
Just between
Don't
Christmas and New
have
Year, but I don't know if there's connection. So may or may not join then.
I don't have any plans to so far.
Yeah, if